raw and vulnerable, searching for a supportive partner to fill the void. Instead, I discovered that the woman I planned to marry and her family could never respect the person who mattered most to me. Unforgivable. My ex-fiancé's family eventually retreated, realizing they couldn't bully me into backtracking. The father's empty threats of legal action dissipated. My ex-fiancée tried a final gambit, showing up at my doorstep with tears in her eyes, holding a box of my mother's old photos she'd stolen from me. She offered them back as a peace gesture, claiming she wanted to keep them safe. That only repulsed me more, knowing she'd rummaged through my mother's belongings. I told her to leave them and go. Neighbors might have heard our argument on the porch, her begging for forgiveness, me steadfast in refusal. She left in tears, hurling insults over her shoulder, calling me heartless. Irony was thick. If I was heartless, what did that make someone who publicly ridiculed a deceased woman's memory? Legally, there was no wedding contract to break, just canceled venue reservations and a ring to reclaim. I paid for a deposit on a small wedding hall, which I forfeited. The ring was a separate issue. I demanded it back, explaining I wasn't going to let them keep a token of sincerity after they spat on my mother's name. She fought it initially but eventually returned it. Good riddance. Weeks later, I stood at my mother's grave, feeling that quiet sadness that always hits me around sunset. But this time there was also a sense of resolve. I'd honored her by refusing to let bullies, no matter who they were, drag her reputation through the mud, and that fact gave me peace. So that's how my wedding plans went up in smoke. But I walked away with something more valuable than any ceremony. I kept my dignity, stayed true to my mother's memory, and learned that I deserve a partner who cherishes my mother's legacy, not mocks it.